Hey everyone, I'm back today. Going to make a classic dish that's made probably almost every Sunday, at least in Trinidad. Quick, easy, delicious. Join me for potato salad. Alright, here are ingredients. So I have some what we call back home Irish potato. In the US this is called russet potato and it has more of a starchy texture. If you choose to use red potatoes or Yukon Gold, you can go ahead, but I personally like the texture of this. The next thing we have here, I have some cilantro, shadow benny, bandania, however you call it. We don't get, well, we could get the long ones like we have in Trinidad, but I have to go very far away to get it, so I just use this instead. The flavor is comparable. I have some celery. I would like to put some pimento, but I don't have any, so I'm gonna just grate the bottom part of this Scotch bonnet where the seeds, where there are no seeds, and hopefully I won't get too much heat. I have a piece of garlic here, about a quarter of a small to medium one. Have some mustard. We have mayo, and I have a tablespoon and a half here of sour cream that will go into our dressing. A small amount, maybe like a half a teaspoon of vinegar, and in here I have salt, pepper, and sugar. So the first step is to make sure you want to put water in here to cover your potatoes. All right, and then you really want to liberally season your water. That's about 2.5 tablespoons. This is a tiny little spoon. All right. So I'm gonna go put this on the stove, and for this size that I have it in here, I would say it'll take about 15 to 17 minutes. Then we'll come back with make our dressing and assemble our potato salad. Okay, my potato, it's been going for about 8 minutes. And I forgot to say that I put a couple shakes of garlic powder in there. Sometimes I just grate a small amount of fresh garlic in the dressing, but I'm gonna do something different today. And I forgot to say peas and carrot. So I use a frozen peas and carrot, and what I do is when the potatoes are about 5 minutes to be done, I throw this in the same pot with it, and then it's one utensil and we're done. Okay, if you look over here, you'll see my potato already drained it, and let me bring it closer so you can see. I drained it and I just put it on this cookie sheet so it can cool off, because you do not want to add hot cold mayo to this that's hot. So I'm gonna leave it here. Sometimes I stick it in the fridge, but my fridge is kind of full right now, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna let it sit and do its thing. In the meanwhile, what I want to do is make this sort of dressing for it. So while that's cooling off, this will have already been assembled, and then the flavors could marry properly before we put it in the potato salad. Because I'm having some technical difficulties. All right, we're in business. So what I'm going to do is make the dressing, and in here I have half a cup of mayo, and the seasoning, the garlic, celery, onion, and the pepper. I grated it so I won't have chunks really in my salad, so I'm gonna add that in here. Then there is my sour cream. That's just gonna add a little tang to the salad. And we're gonna go in with a couple squirts of just regular old mustard. All right. Then I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of salt, just like a pinch, because I seasoned that potato very well. Then we go in with just about a half or a quarter of a teaspoon, more like a quarter teaspoon of vinegar, just regular white vinegar. Apple cider vinegar will work also if that's all you have. And then I'm going to add in some black pepper. I would say about a half a teaspoon. And a little bit of sugar, about a half a teaspoon, or maybe 3/4 teaspoon. And just for a point of reference, I have here about 5 cups of potato. After I peel it and cut it up and fit it in cups, it's about 5 cups. All right, so let's mix our dressing together. All right, that looks pretty good. So I'll put this in the fridge and wait until my potato cools off, and then I'll toss it and plate it up so you can see. All right, so my potatoes and stuff have sufficiently cooled. So I'm going in with my cilantro, bandania, culantro, whatever you want to call it. Let me give this a quick toss. Okay. And Steph, this video is for you. You've been asking to make potato salad and you want me to show you. Here you go. Okay? I hope you like it. All right, going in with my dressing. Okay. Let's give this a toss. You really don't want to be like mixing this. You kind of just want to toss, because what you'll end up with is mashed potatoes, and I don't think that's what we're trying to make. So you give it a couple tosses. When I'm making a really big batch, I actually put on gloves and go in with my hands and just toss it lightly. All right, there you go. Look at that. All right, let me plate this up and I'll come back and let you see it. And there you have it. Let's get a close up. And I'll give it a taste. All right, let's do it. I got a little bit here in this little bowl. Get a nice mouthful with potato and veggies. Daddy thinks self. You need to try this. Oh my goodness. Creamy, delicious. It has a nice balance between sweet and the slight sour of the sour cream and the vinegar. Oh my goodness. Do it, do it, do it. This is going to go really well with some barbecue. And at the end of this video, there's going to be a little link or a pop-up that's going to have my video about making barbecue pork. So give it a shot. You're going to love it. See you next time.